Welcome to a pretty cool four-wheel combination cable bike lock that I found on the street the other day. It's a pretty cool lock because it has a hinge and it's black, and the bolt here is going very deep inside this outer body here. So let's see how much it takes to decode this lock. It, by the way, has a built-in decoding aid, because usually you have to pull those two parts apart, but here you can lever from this turning knob with one hand and decode it with the other hand, so very convenient. To change the code you have to turn this knob and then you can enter a new code like so. So this should be sufficient. Turn back the knob and close the lock and shuffle the wheels. Okay, we're good to go. So I pull out the bolt like so, as I said, pretty convenient. Then I turn the wheels and look for the wheel that binds the most. So this is binding nicely, this not so much, and these are loose. So it's the last wheel that I have to start with. Let's see if I can find a loose spot. And I think 3 is a good spot. It jumps right into 3 and I felt a little give on the bolt here. So continue with the next binding wheel, and it's the second to last. And I think around 9 was a good number. No, 7, you heard it, it jumped right into the gate. So 7 is the next code. Okay, this is loose and the second wheel is binding, but the tolerances here seem to be better than on the last two wheels because I cannot feel much of a difference. So what I do in this case, I see what impact it has on the next wheel. So I start maybe with 0 and turn the last wheel and try to memorize the resistance. Then I advance by one number and oh, it's open. So that was unfortunate, but I take it. So what you have to do in this case, when a wheel doesn't give good feedback, you turn it by one number each time, and for each of those numbers you see the resistance that it changes for the next binding wheel, and then, well, sooner or later you get it open. When the resistance increases on the next wheel, you know that your number is good. By the way, it's interesting that this lock has true gates, I think, on the first two wheels only, and false gates on the last wheels. So 0173 is the current code, but let's turn this by one number. Of course it doesn't open, but when I change it you can see it, or you can hear it, it jumped right into in between two numbers, and this is a false gate. It's a gate that it's not wide enough so that the bolt could go through, but it's wide enough so that it catches. So this should give some disturbance when you decode it, but well, it's not all that difficult. Alright, that was a pretty fun lock to decode. And by the way, here is a patent number, and you can maybe read that patent, US patent 5636539, and I will look it up in the internet and see if I can find information, and if there is something interesting or useful, I will place it at the end of this video, which is basically now. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little decoding session, and until we meet again, happy picking and decoding. Cheers and bye bye.